Hello to my Libras. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Libras. All right, let's get right into it. So, happy new moon. We're still in the new moon phase in Cancer. And this is a very powerful time for emotional renewal, setting your intentions related to home life, family life, self nurturing. So, those are things that you want to do. So, this is a great time if you've been thinking about creating something. It is a perfect time to do it. Not the time to be distracted by other people's issues and problems. It's their time to create something for you that you can look back on and go, I made great use of that new moon. Everything I learned will be used for my life's purpose. That's right. Cancer is ruled by the moon, and that means double creativity, right? So lots of ideas of things that you can create. You can create intention letters. You can create moon water for emotional intentions, home-based projects, artistic and healing expressions like learning how to paint, putting together digital vision board of what's to come. You know, the moon sits, I mean, I can't say sits, it'll stay in a zodiac sign for 2.5 days before it moves on to the next zodiac sign. So it's still in Cancer, and then it'll be moving into Leo. Cancer is ruled by the moon, Leo is ruled by the sun. So by the time it moves into Leo, some of you all may be getting your confidence level back, right? So they'll be moving into Leo on Friday. And that's where somebody may be feeling a lot more confident and just like, you know what, I can create some things. I can do this. Something you've been thinking about creating, right out the roadmap. What does that look like if you create it? Even if you're just taking one step at a time. So everything I learned will be used for my life's purpose. Let's see what's going on. All right. You can check out the community page for some information, for some tips and tools. 801 Soul Renovation. Shed the past. Awaken to your truth. Your angels know that you have been through many trials and tribulations. Now is the time to put down the armor that helps you survive those trials and live freely. The door has opened to your new life. Sit in meditation and envision yourself walking through a doorway. Behind you lies the past, and ahead of you lies a future where you are living your truth. What do you see? Draw a journal about what is on the other side of that doorway. 801. So Source really wants you to get focused, inspired to stay focused on purpose, and leave behind distractions as you embark on a brand new journey. That's 801, shedding the past. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's go. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right, Libras, let's go. Let's see what's going on here. Let us see what's going on. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of cards that's hidden in these cards. Okay, I thought I had put those cards up there. These two cards came out, or three actually. So we have the hold on. Make sure these cards are sticking together now. Wait, I thought I picked okay, three. So the Two of Swords fell on top of the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles here, right? So something here where you and someone's income or in your personal and professional life was significantly lowered, right, by two karmics. And this is what you have in common with some people, like probably feeling blindsided, like what in the world? Why all of a sudden you have such a sharp dive in your money, like your physical money, but not only that, your self-worth. It's like, well, wait a minute. You as hard as you work, well, wait, where'd your money go? This somebody thinking like, what kind of magic trick did somebody play here? So after you worked hard, right? And you see this person right here with no shoes on here. It's like it just disappeared, just silently, like somebody just tiptoed into your house and just took your money, right? Like literally somebody just tiptoed, like somebody just, knew where all the, cracks were in your house. Like, when you step on something, it just makes that creaky sound. Like somebody just knew where all the cracks were to say, okay, step over that crack, step over that crack. What do you call it in the movies? like a cat burglar. I could be saying it wrong. But anyway, that. So source is saying, but there's nothing, somebody felt blindsided by something. Like okay, what happened? Right. So somebody's on a soul renovation right now just because somebody's like, okay, shedding the past and like, oh, just awakening to some things. Yeah, somebody wanted a piece of the pie. This right here. Yeah, I feel like looking at your cards already, somebody felt like you were about to come into a lot of money, whoever you are. And I'm talking to you, Libras, you all rule seventh house, right? So somebody felt like you were coming into a lot of money. And so they thought you were coming into a lot of money. So they took some kind of impulsive action, right? And I say that because of your polarity sign. Somebody took one look at you and was like, okay, let's hurry up and get in front of this. Let's get ahead of something, but let's do it quietly. Let's first work on somebody who is somehow connected to you, right? And get, a karmic to tie to that. So basically, like somebody that they can follow somebody lead, to quietly just like tiptoe like into somebody's house. But something has been a complete nightmare. Something has been a complete nightmare. Two of swords and nine of knives. This is partial to hoodoo deck. 2 and 9 are it's like a passageway. This is 11, right? So somebody had to think about it. Somebody's like, okay, well, let me think about this. Let me get off the fence and let me become enlightened about something. So somebody thought about something, right? After you had already been, these two energies thought about something. Well, it was one energy with these two people in their ear. So it was actually 3 energies. Thought about something before proceeding to cause you a nightmare. After you had already had 9 knives in your back, looking at the cards here. I mean, one more knife. I thought maybe somebody thought, okay, well, what is one more knife going to do? Not cool ever. So, yep. So somebody proceed. 2 energies decided, hey, what is one more knife going to do? Well, one more knife is 10 of swords, right? So it's one choice or the other, right? Sink or swim. After you have 9 knives in your back already, more than likely you're going to swim, right? So somebody had to find somebody who was very, very close to you. And offer them, find out what their weaknesses were. This is the Ace of Coins here. It's like find out what somebody's demons were. Okay, what are their demons? What's their temptation? What inspires them? This is the color yellow. So when I'm reading cards, I'm reading colors, I'm reading numbers, the duality of numbers, the duality of colors, the numbers on the cards, the images on the cards. And see this skull right here, right? It's like somebody had a vision in this ball right here, this crystal ball that, like a person is buried in their, whatever that form takes place, like if there's, the body or whatever after body is buried, that your mouth would be open like you just died of just agony, like this. I mean, like what in the world? Straight up craziness. This but here's the thing. This is what I'm picking up on. This energy I'm picking up on. Yep. 2 of sticks here. So several things here. This somebody does not know what they're doing when it comes to this kind of work here. That's why I enlighten people instead of keeping people in the dark. Somebody doesn't know what they're doing at all. Because the 2 of sticks right here, this across this body of water, somebody, 2 energies went to go to a reader They physically went to a reader, like physically went to, it's two energies, physically went to a reader to see what your future would be, whoever you are. Because they felt like, okay, well, I want a piece of the pie, but hey, can you add some of that Cool Whip on top? Just crazy, pure craziness, right? Can you add some Cool Whip on top? Somebody had the crystal ball there, but they didn't know what they was doing. And you can't play around with these different spirits. So yeah, somebody thought they didn't leave any footprints. But your ancestors, it was your ancestors that was blocking something on purpose. So you have some idea. You have some idea. Your ancestors are blocking something. Your energy thought because your back was turned to something that you would not see something. But you have a lot of ancestors that's in your ear talking to you, telling you things, and they're pretty loud. I mean, it may sound like for some of you all, it may sound like you just hearing voices, but good thing you don't tell everything you hear. You were getting a lot of downloads as you were going through your rite of passage, meaning that you're moving on from some things. You were going through a you were this is what a lot of people have in common, moving on, just moving through life. So something about you are really tapped into your ancestors. You and somebody are really tapped in. Hold on, let me see. So the card try to jump out the deck. Okay. So the tower is sitting up under these two energies here, right? So this Six of Wands fell on top of this tower. So two fire energies who like to divide people because they like the center of attention, whoever these energies are, they made a quite impulsive move. V could be significant, V as in victory, or V as in victor, could be significant. So it's almost like somebody's still living out their teenage years. You know, like somebody just hasn't gotten that out of their system. You know, like a lot of people feel like, okay, they live their teenage years. It's like somebody just, two energies, they just want to be on stage, just want to be on the spotlight, just shine a light on me. Made an impulsive move. Something is now closed out, and two people are never coming back. You and somebody are never going back. Mm-hmm. You and somebody are never going back. Because even though somebody was like, take your shoes off, walk. Like this horse right here, somebody has a really heavy walk. Somebody has a heavy walk like a horse. Let me see something. Here's the Ace of Pentacles here. So the Knight of Wands fell on the Ace of Pentacles. So somebody got paid to say that you were a garden tool. There's a lot of different garden tools. So, but somebody got paid to say that you were that. And I'm talking to you wherever seventh house is, but they did it in court. So in physical court, because if it was fire, it would have been spiritual court. And they were ruthless in what they said about you. 7 6 6 7 6. Yeah. But something has to be taken back now. Something has to be taken back because some energies thought something was closed out. You may have asked why in the spirit realm, like why is something closed out? because something having to do with flying or 2, 3, hold on, 7, yeah. So something, okay, 7, 8, yeah. So some energies were definitely responsible for, stopping something because they were pretty ruthless. Whoever these energies were in um, lowering your worth and value in money, but not only in just like your reputation after you work really, really hard for something. Um, only all for money. Like these three energies teamed up against you for money, wearing a mask. Like I said, like a cat burglar, except somebody has a really heavy walk. You know what I'm kind of hearing in the spirit for somebody is like a like somebody who has a proud walk. But if you ever hear like the sound of a person who has like the rubber off the bottom of a high heel, like that kind of sliding across wood, something like somebody kind of has the, like a horse, whatever, the horse metal, the horseshoe, like the horseshoe, somebody has like a, they metal, like something came off the bottom of a off of their y'all know what I'm saying. When you go to the store to have the cobbler to get your shoe fixed because the heel came off and the metal part of the heel is coming off. Somebody has kind of a heavy walk, but they almost have a proud walk, but a heavy walk. Like um, they were on a part of a team and they were pretty ruthless in what they said. If you think, pray about it, because somebody's a prayer warrior, that name will come to mind. Yeah. They like being in the public eye. They like, attention. It's somebody that you have worked with in some capacity in your personal or your professional life. Yeah. They have a heavy, it's a heavy energy. And I'm not talking about anybody's weight. I don't do any weight shaming or anything on my channel, but it's they like people to follow their lead. Yeah. Here's the 5 of Swords here. So people were saying that you were that you are, whoever you are. Yeah, somebody wanted somebody to follow their lead. Like somebody's telling somebody that their words are going to be used against them. Like somebody wants to leave somebody with one last spell before they go. Your words are going to be used against you. After telling somebody enough that they're going to cause some people to go through a nightmare. Somebody's trying to move on. Somebody's like, no, your words are going to be used against you. Right? The organization is saying this to somebody. It's a threat, actually. A bully is threatening somebody, saying your words are going to be used against you. But see, somebody who went to go see a some kind of a practitioner for just money because they wanted a piece of the pie, uh, somehow could not read your energy and someone else's energy. I know why. I'm not going to say it in the reading because, again, this is the World Wide Web. These type of energies right here who don't know how to read energy, they don't really know what in the world they're doing, really. Not really helping or enlightening energies. So let me see. Yeah. Let me see something. It's Yeah. What other information source? What other information? Yeah, somebody is bullying somebody right now, telling them if your words are going to be used again, you're gonna regret. It's like you're gonna regret moving on, or something like that. As if somebody hasn't been through enough nightmares to be bullied again. Whoever this energy is, yeah, basically threatening their future, threatening their 11th house, threatening someone's 11th house, threatening their future, threatening their technology, threatening. I mean, somebody has really been put through it, but somebody is threatening. We know how to quietly do this and that, but see, somebody has a very heavy walk, and somebody doesn't know. Whoever this energy is, this is what you have in common: is when you are, if you're a person that goes to, if you read cards or you go see someone who reads into people's futures or mediumship or whatever, they should be fully disclosing everything, all parts of what they're reading in the cards, not some of it, all of it. This right here is significant. On this particular deck, it's significant. So whoever this energy was, who just wanted a big piece of the pie with the, with the um, cream on top, you'll be cutting them off. You'll be cutting them off because you're going to start going back through your memory and just realizing, you know what? Somebody didn't tell you everything. Somebody didn't tell you. That's what personal readings are for. When you go and to sit and somebody sat in front of somebody, like you sat at a table with somebody with a crystal ball, they were supposed to be reading into other people's future or reading into, first of all, you got to have permission. That's first. Okay. If they read into somebody, they trying to read into somebody's energy that knows how to protect their energy. They're not reading into the person's energy you think they are. So here we have, yeah, somebody just goes on their familiar spirit. They go on whoever this energy that you were seeing, they only go by what they hear about, what they're familiar with. So for example, that would be um, what time you leave the house, what time you come home, where you work, things that you can be familiar with so other people can kind of sort of trace. But in terms of reading energy, mm-mm. Something about their energy. Yeah, something about their energy. Yeah, somebody, yeah. Mm-mm. So you're learning how to save yourself when it comes to uh, jealous past love interests, people where this is inverted. This right here is inverted. So on the outside, this energy looks like, oh, they're a knight in shining armor. Here they come galloping on a horse. But actually, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna name any car. No makes of any cars. I'm not comparing any cars. But anyway, it literally is equivalent to this horse, this beautiful horse here having on a costume. I'll just put it that way. So it's not the same. So that's why somebody's learning how to save themselves. Yeah. It's a little different than general readings. Somebody was becoming with somebody with maybe general readings. Maybe they were listening to certain things, becoming familiar with how somebody reads in a general sense, but they weren't really tapped in to energy, because some people really know how to protect their energy very, very well. They work really hard to protect their energy, right? So there's a chariot card here. You had a feeling about something. So Source wants you to learn how to tap into how you feel about certain things. You get a feeling about something, that's what you want to go. Whatever you leave in a physical sense, you leave somebody's office or wherever you're getting cards read or whatever. So it's saying go back home or in your car, just pray. Okay, so show me what I'm not seeing. I get a feeling about something I'm not, no matter who it is. It could be your best friend. Y'all cribs were next to each other. It doesn't matter. Source is saying when you're talking about this kind of work, um, that's where you want to go to Source, because Source is going to tell you first. Whoever you are, Source is going to tell you first, and then tell someone, um, tell someone else who you choose, because you're giving them access. Yeah, here we have the Two of Wands here. This is how somebody was familiar with something, because they did something and they felt like they didn't leave any fingerprints anywhere or any footprints, but they have a heavy walk. Something about this energy has a heavy walk, and it's almost like best way I can describe it is like a person who has a walk, but it's with a slide, like across a wooden floor. If that makes sense to somebody. But somebody has an idea. It's like a person who walks. You know how you ever hear somebody walking with heels on, they slide because that one piece is just kind of like that. You're like, gosh, I wish. It's almost irritating, like hearing somebody's fire alarm going off in the background, or not fire alarm, or like the smoke detector. That's what I meant to say. Smoke detector going off. The This energy here is like somebody has a slide when they walk. It's like they almost like they're dragging. It's like they're dragging one foot or something. Something about their walk is like different. They kind of try to walk proud, but it's something about their walk. It's just heavy. That's all I can say. So maybe that brings us something for somebody. But you're learning how to be more conservative with your time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Somebody is getting ready to start working an 8-hour job. Yeah, somebody's getting ready to start working an 8-hour job. Somebody's getting out of anything dark, but somebody's about to start working an 8-hour job. Yeah. Oh yeah, whoever is doing this. So let's see. This fell on top of the 9 of Pentacles here. So yeah, I feel like somebody was trying to master this, but it's not. It wasn't. It's not their North Node. Whoever this is, it's not their North Node. Um, Somebody was trying to carry a lot of people on their back. Something about your spirit. You carry a lot of people, a lot of energy on your back, and your and emotional eating. Like you kind of know when something is about to happen. Just or emotional eating. Somebody knows that some kind of financial independence is coming. You know that financial independence is coming your way, right? So you're going from working an 8-hour job to financial independence, right? And you worked really, really hard for something, because some energies wanted you just to work a regular 8-hour job, which is nothing wrong with a regular 8-hour job. But it's what energies were paid to lie and say, but they could not, somebody could not spy and scry into your energy and somebody else's, because you and somebody learn how to block it, right? You and somebody learn how to block it. And again, I'm talking to you. Yeah, here's the 6 of Cups. Yeah. Somebody was trying to save themselves by copying something copying something as far as like you and possibly you and a child, like copying like what you all do, like how you all like, maybe how you raised a child or something like that, calling themselves saving someone from something. But something about tears. It's like when you cry, they cry. When they cry, you cry. Yeah. So that's how you all kind of, so you have emotive telepathy. That's how you all communicate, through telepathy. When you cry, they cry. They can feel when you cry. You can feel when they're crying. So something is being sped up. Sources answering your prayers quickly. Sources answering your prayers faster. Sources like, okay, we need to get, it's really source said, okay, we need to get this thing going. We need to get the ball rolling. Something need to happen faster than it was when it's happening. We need to put some fire up under some people, because people moving too slow with when it comes to something. Yeah. In hindsight, somebody wished that they had walked away from two energies in hindsight. So like when you cry, they're crying. That's emotive telepathy. hmm So, but when they leave, they're never coming back. This is a family member, by the way. When they leave, they are never coming back. They are never going back because of the amount of energy, you know, that some energy's put into it for money. They are never, ever going back. They are determined to do the shadow work. They are determined to do the shadow work, because the shadow work for them is learning more about ninth house. They're learning how to adapt to learning how to learn more about spirituality, you know, higher level of education, learning something. Somebody's like, never again are they dealing with certain types of energies, going back to doing some kind of work. Never again. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. So yeah, everything you learn will be used for your life's purpose. Everything you learn will be used for your life purpose. Somebody was really definitely questioning somebody's spiritual gifts. Definitely questioning somebody. Sacrifice. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. Yeah, you gotta enlighten. I mean, people practicing dark magic. That's gonna be a no. Nope. I feel like somebody's ancestors have already sacrificed enough. That's why somebody feels a lot in their back and they emotionally eat, because your ancestors already sacrificed. You don't have to practice dark magic. You get to educate yourself on it, enlighten people. Like, look, this is what you need to look out for. Somebody's doing this, 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 that, and the other. You get as far away from them as possible. So be still. So it's just saying, just be still. Because you're trying to get structured and organized. You're just trying to balance it out. Just be still. You know, just be still. Because meek does not mean weak. Somebody really wanted you to be in survival mode. Wanted you and somebody to be in survival mode. Like really just kind of out here just, you know. Let me see what else we got. Anything else? Any final messages, source? Now again, I'm talking to you wherever. Yeah, your polarity sign is in here. Somebody was definitely um impulsive, aggressive, and impatient. Something wasn't happening fast enough as far as like somebody working, they wasn't making money fast enough or whatever. So somebody figured, hey, they're getting a piece of the pie of something, and they said, okay, well, what you want me to say? Like what? But somebody definitely not. So yeah, pull your birth chart, find out what your north node is. All the information. I mean, yeah, throat chakra cleanse. Yeah, this is somebody's ex. It's a Taurus involved in something, because whenever your throat chakra, whenever Somebody thinks about it's somebody's ex. Your enemy's plan backfired. It's a Taurus. Something having to do with second house, material possessions, and self-worth. It's time to open your vault door. Always bet on you. One yes from God is all you need. Yeah, somebody said follow them. Somebody said follow, but something about their walk, it's the way that they walk. Something is like sliding across. And y'all, it's just like, oh, I don't know who that's for. Your ancestors are proud of you. Something about their walk is very different. You inspire them to heal. Follow your heart. The answers you seek are coming. Root chakra cleanse. hmm You have the gift of clairsentience. You pick up on others' vibrations, emotions, moods, and feelings. Uh-huh. So it sounds like somebody could have broken into somebody's house while they were gone. Maybe they were away somewhere and some people were kind of sort of, maybe clocking someone's schedule. Okay, they leave at this time, they be gone for this amount of hours, this and that, so on and so forth. So people were trying to create all kinds of illusions and confusions to mess up somebody's future. Mess up somebody's future. Um, and if this is like an apartment or whatever complex or whatever the case may be, because somebody's now waiting on some results for something, right? But something was done. Yeah, something was done. Somebody was copying somebody, lying and telling somebody they were going to save them from something. Save them from something. But now somebody's like, okay, somebody no longer is even interested in, something makes somebody cry. Somebody's no longer even interested. Yeah, somebody's a druid. They're kind of a malevolent nocturnal spirit that's associated with nightmares. Yeah. You are protected and loved. Yeah, you are protected and loved. All right, let's close this out. Yeah, you are protected and loved. Yeah, this energy was determined to bring out a dark side in you. Something about their energy. They wanted to enlighten you about something. It's coming. Hope is on the horizon in the face of challenges. Remember that nothing lasts forever. Trust that the universe has good things in store for you. This is like somebody who wanted to, they like being the center of attention. So they want to tell you what organizations they're attached to. They want to tell you like what they work, what they're, they want to give you the titles and all of that. But anyway, here we have make room, create space to welcome positive change into your life. Let go of everything that doesn't align with the future that you are creating. Mm-hmm. Receiving it all. You deserve to receive abundance at full capacity. Believe in your worth and trust that the universe is ready to deliver all that you desire. Open up. Where there is hope, don't believe the past defeats or disappointments. Past defeats or disappointments will keep you from succeeding. True success grows from the lessons. A hopeful heart never gives up. And that's it. That is it. All right.